Hi everybody, I'm back and I'm trying out a new microphone. Thank you, Michael Sheely, for lending it to me. So hopefully the sound quality is a little better now. So we're going to start on our backs. If you have a yoga mat, grab it. Any other props may be useful, but just use what you have. So we'll start lying down. And come into a Savasana type position. You can spread out, close your eyes. Begin to slow down your breath. And each time you exhale, let your body settle a little bit more. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. And let's begin by sliding arms overhead, and we'll take a nice big full body stretch, reaching through your fingers and your toes. And then interlace your fingers and press out through your palms. Flex your feet, reach through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release, and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in, hug it in nice and close. And then take hold behind your leg, and we're going to flex and straighten the leg up towards the ceiling, and then point as you bend it back in. Flex and straighten whatever amount you're able. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And then flex and straighten and hold it up there. Circle your ankle a couple times, both directions. Let's release, bend it back in. Open your knee out to the right, and then flex and straighten out to the side. Point and bend back in. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And now flex and straighten and hold your leg out there. You might adjust where you're holding so it works for your body. Do try and keep the left leg grounded. And breath slow and deep. Let's release, bend the knee back in, take it across, and come into a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm, let your knee and shoulder release away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal and your right arm on a high diagonal, letting the fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then release. Roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, and take a little circle or rock with your knees, feeling what's touching the floor, getting a little massage for parts of your lower back. And then grab hold of just the left knee, drop your right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close, and then take hold behind your leg, flexing the heel up towards the ceiling, and then point as you bend it back in. Flex and straighten, point and bend, flex and straighten, point and bend, and then flex and straighten, hold it up there, circle your ankle. A couple times one way, a couple times the other. Let's release, bend it back in, open it out to the left, and then flex and straighten out to the side. Point as you bend back in. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And then flex and straighten and hold your leg out there, grounding down through the back of the right leg. And just checking, is there any unnecessary effort that you might release here? Can you relax your face? Drop your shoulders. Let's release, bend the knee, bring it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening, left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Reaching a little bit more through one end and the other. And then release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, little circle or rock. And let's make our way up to sitting. And come into a comfortable cross-legged position. If you want to sit up on something and you have something, you might grab a blanket or cushion. And then we'll take the right arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, take it back. And as you do this, drop the ribs, draw the belly in. And you're welcome to move around within each pose, exploring, finding what's interesting for you. Let's release, right arm back up, open it out, take it across, and then hook with the other arm. Hug it in as close as you can. As you do this, try and draw back through your right shoulder so you're still square across the chest. Let's release, right arm out. Rotate your thumb to point down, take it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist, interlace fingers at the waist, pull the knuckles around, elbows go towards one another, and then circle your right shoulder. Just putting a little movement in a place that might be creaky or tight here. And then reach both arms up and back. And fold forward whatever amount is possible for you. Might be just dropping the head. Some of you might come part way or all the way to the floor. Breathing into the shape you're in. Feeling what it's like to be right here. Let's release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. Take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow and take it back. Draw the ribs in, draw the belly in, and then really see what you're noticing, what you're feeling inside. Can your breath be slow and full here? And then take your left arm up, open it out, and bring it across. Hook with the other arm and hug it in close. And we're experimenting with what's possible for this body. Going right to your edge, being very careful there so you don't go beyond your limits. And then release, arm out, thumb to point down, wrap it around. This time when you interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top. Elbows go towards one another, circle the left shoulder. And then reach both arms up and back, folding forward any amount, whatever amount is possible for you. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away, drop your chin, and then roll your way back up. Let's bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart. You can shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet. Take a little rock front to back. As you rock your weight forward, you might get a stretch through your toes. As you rock back, getting into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon. You're just working with your body. You don't have to have more mobility than you have. And then let's drop the heels and let the upper body hang in ragdoll. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can just let your arms drop, link elbows, or use support through your arms. You might rest elbows on thighs or hands on blocks. See if you can find a position where you're able to let your head really drop. Shake it out. And then plant your hands near the front of your mat and step back into a high push-up position. Feeling the top of the head and the heels connected in a straight long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up, and then come into your back bend, cobra or up dog. And back to down dog, hips high. And take your time getting into this first down dog. You might move around a little bit, pedal out the feet, shift the hips side to side. And then bend your knees, look forward and lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then a big step forward, high lunge. We're going to hold here with hands on the floor. If it's difficult to reach the floor and you have blocks, please use them. You could also use books. Each inhale, extend that back leg a little longer. Each exhale, a little deeper bend in the front leg, sinking the hips, just a slight pulse here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. One more breath like this. Lengthen and sink. Now we'll straighten the front leg part way or all the way as you inhale. Exhale, slow, deep bend. Inhale, lengthen. And just work with your body. You don't need to straighten more than you can. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. You can also come up higher on blocks if that's useful. Exhale, bend. Let's take just one more like this. Lengthen and bend. Inhale, step back, high push-up. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take the left leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Big step forward, high lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing if you need to. Grab blocks if you have them. Inhale, lengthen just the back leg. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Now, inhale, lengthen and straighten the front leg. Exhale, slow bend. Take the full breath to arrive. Inhale, lengthen. Go to your hamstring stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, yawning open. Exhale, bend. Let's take one more, lengthen. And bend. Inhale, step back. High push up. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths. In down dog, or you might come back to child's pose, or sitting, or any other neutral shape. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Exhale over to a side bend. The other arm can be there for support. You could also bend your elbow for more support. Really reach through the fingers, big yawn. Reach a little further out to come up. And release down, same thing other side. Big yawning reach. Reach a little further out to come up. And release down. Let's interlace fingers, press out through the palms. Take your arms up by your ears and shoulders drop. Arms reach straight. Rise up onto your toes for a little balance. Could be just a slight lift of the heels or coming all the way up. While you're concentrating on balancing, can the breath be steady? Can you relax your face? And let's fold forward here. Staying in balance on the toes, bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Could be the upper legs, or if you can, you might reach lower. A little bend in the knees could be useful. And then release. Drop your hands, drop your heels, drop your head, let that go. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high. Shoulders drop low, and belly drawing in, bringing support for the back from the front. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. From here, open out to warrior two. And let's reach fingertip to fingertip. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Come back, reverse warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor. Make your way back to down dog. Same thing other side. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Open out, warrior two. Let's flip the left palm, reverse warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg, triangle. Reach out to come down. Last breath here. Let's release hands to the floor. Make your way back to down dog. And then settle into a good rest, whether that's here or child's pose. 5 deep breaths. Let's come through sitting. And back onto our backs. Bring the knees in. Take a little circle or rock. We'll get set up for a couple back bends, starting with bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down. Interlace your fingers behind your back, lifting the hips as high as you can. Try and keep the knees just hip width apart. If they're going wide, draw them in. Take your arms out of your way, roll down and rest. Couple breaths with back flat. And then when you feel like coming up again, come up again. Same thing, or any other back bend. If you want to try half wheel or full wheel, you're welcome. Just listening to your body. Stay as long or short as feels right for you. Could be 1 or 2 breaths. Could be a long hold. Whenever the pose feels complete, come down and rest. Let's take happy baby as a counter stretch. When you're done, grab the soles of the feet on the inside, press the knees towards the floor. And you can keep the legs bent or straighten them one at a time or together. If there's anything else that you'd like to do to wrap up your practice, you can take some time now. And then when you're done, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. You might put support under the knees, cover up with a blanket, do whatever you need to do to get comfortable. You can let go of the control of your breath. And then add some movement back in. Fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Take a big stretch. Bring your knees back in. Roll to one side. And then make your way back up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Keep taking good care of yourself. Have a great day.